Welcome back, everybody. My name's A Predator54, aka Adam, coaching the Chesney Park Slowpokes, and today we bring you the draft analysis for NBBCL Alphonse Division Season 2. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. I can't remember if we got 110 points or 115 points for draft, but that's neither here or there. But we had a set limit of Pokemon we could get, and I believe it was 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 Pokemon, minimum of 10. But without further ado, we're going to hop on into this with our round 1 pick. You see it on their screen. It's Mega Mawile for 18 points. We took a Fairy Steel type we wanted to try with huge power. This thing is Tech Galore. Whether it megas or not, it has Intimidate, it has Sheer Force, it has Hyper Cutter, so you can not be lowered by Intimidate or any move that lowers your attack. You have Sheer Force for boosted moves, and Intim's always good. For 18 points, this was well worth it, and this is going to be something new to try. I've never actually used a Mawile, so this is definitely going to be interesting. I'm not 100% sure what I'll be able to do with this. I'll need to have Trick Room or Tailwind to pull this mon off. Sorry, I need to stay hydrated, so I just opened a drink. But that is our Mega Mawile. We are going to hop on into pick number 2. Alright, it came back to us again, and we decided to get a second Mon for 16 points. We had it last season, and it just put on a clinic for us with gravity support, encore, fake out, screens, was able to quash, do everything else. We took Sableye again. Last season it was 11 points. This season I paid an incredible tax of 16. Which is ridiculous because Mega Sableye is like 11 itself, I believe. But end of the day, it's still a Sableye, can be physical or special, can provide all of the support we need for the team. And hey, like it says up here, gravity assists. We'll take it. It is well worth the points for what we need it to do. For pick number 3, we took our first Mega. We're going to try Mega Swampert out since it came back. It was at this point where I decided if I wanted to do full rain and maybe drop Mega Mawile in Grace. I opted not to, because I believe we only needed 1 Mega in this league, but our Chaladon was free, don't really need it. But we're going to stick with Mega Swampert for 17. This thing gained access to Wave Crash, which is a phenomenal move for this thing, and access to Flip Turn and Rain. Sign me up with Swift Swim. Like before, it just used to be a Flip Turn bot and speed control in singles. I never really played VGC back in the day when this was still around, so I knew what it did in singles, but be curious what it does in doubles. But being water ground and an electric immunity for safe switching off of Pelipper is amazing. Being able to be immune in general is good. That and it's neutral into me in rain, so not all wave crashes or anything are going to kill me if it's a water type move, which allows me to just fire back or just pivot out if I'm in a bulky water type with Flip Turn. To finish off our top-heavy core, we ended up taking Pelipper for 17. I kind of hinted it at the Mega Swampert that this was coming, but this gives us access to Tailwind, U-Turn, Knockoff still, I believe, Hurricane that can't miss in the rain, gives us Muddy Waters, gives us Weather Ball to manipulate other opposing rain, like other weathers that want to swap in on this thing. All in all, it's a functional toolbox. It's kind of the weak link. One electric move just puts this thing down if they're strong enough. but it is what it is. If it gets the rain up now that Damp Rock's legal, that's all I need it for. And it also has a benefit for Mega Mawile to nerf the fire type moves, so now Mega Mawile is only weak to ground. I'll take it. Whatever prolongs my team's health, prolongs my team's health. Alright, for pick number 5 and 11 points, we got good support, like Trick Room wise and everything else. I didn't realize the music stopped. 1 second. And Oranguru, we are going to pop this up. This gives us Trick Room. This prevents us from being flinched. Granted, we are still prone to taunt and imprison, but with Mental Herb, we're still able to get that off. This allows Mega Mawile to prosper. This gives us access to Instruct, to just absolutely say Mawile play rough twice, because it's just naturally slower than us. It'll go first in Trick Room, Instruct into it, hammer away. This gives us access to Focus Blast, access to Encore, Protect, gives us Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball. Knows quite a bit of moves, even Chilling Water for the ×4 weak to water. All in all, well worth the 11 points. Gonna be a nice little staple to the team. And we're gonna hop on into the next mon. Alright, for our next mon, we decided to take our second Mega. This one was also 17 points. So without further ado, let's introduce Raichu-Y. I was between X and Y for a while because I wasn't sure if I wanted electric terrain or if I wanted no guard. No guard ended up being better. And we're gonna make you bigger for what I needed to do. This also gives me Fake Out. This gives me Lightning Rod for Pelipper. All in all, pretty good. Access to Volt Switch to just pivot out into like back into Pelipper itself or one of my ground resists I'm going to get later on. All in all, pretty solid for the 17 points. Zap Cannon, Focus Blast, Play Rough, can't miss. All in all, pretty good mon, and I look forward to using it. For our next pick, a familiar face is returning from last season that caused a lot of hell. Ended up either 5th or 6th in the kill ranking. Even after playoffs, we ended up taking Glowbro again because Quick Claw is allowed, and I'm going to use Quick Claw. I don't give a fuck. This thing is here to raise hell like it did. It's here to take names, and it's here to say, draw, motherfucker. Quick Claw, motherfucker. Lose draws, motherfucker. But for 10 points, this was well worth it. And I want to see if I can have the same RNG luck that I had last season. Alright. For our next pick, we ended up taking a actual very decent Spadef wall that was incredibly cheap. Gives me access to Gooey, gives me access to Sap Slipper. We took Goodrow for 5 points. Why it was 5 points, I don't know. This thing is a special offensive wall and just hits super hard. Then even gets access to Dragon Cheer for my allies, which really doesn't do anything for me because I don't have another dragon. I'm not going to be. Don't know why I said that, but it's fine. It's here to do Draco, Focus Blast, Flamethrower, Hydro Pump, gets access to Thunder, Ice Beam, Blizzard, gets access to Dragon Tail to phase out Trick Room teams or phase them out of their Tailwind, and seeing if I can take advantage of it. But all in all, still a very good mon. Alright, our second to last mon was also 5 points. We initially drafted Decidueye Hasui, but then we realized we would have sniped somebody that joined us last minute, so we decided to pivot into our next mon with the power to defend us with its mighty shield. We ended up getting Chestnut. Having Bulletproof and access to Belly Drum and Trick Room is absolutely hilarious. Granted, I am incredibly weak to Fairy and incredibly weak to Flying type moves. This is going to be a fun thrill ride to get around. but this thing just hits like a truck. Access to Earthquake, Rock Slide, Drain Punch Close, Combat, Body Press, Iron Defense. Just, it's ridiculous. And I look forward to seeing what this Mon can do for 5 points. Alright, for the last pick of our draft, we were torn between like a few 4-point Mons, and we decided to take Auroras. This gets access to Snow Warning, this gets access to Refrigerate. This also gives us access to Freeze Dry. This gives us access to Ancient Power. This gives Flash Cannon. Yeah, a lot. And this gives us access to Aura Veil. So Trick Room Aura Veil with Light Clay gives us 8 turns of taking less damage. Is phenomenally good for the team. Could support a lot of things. I don't always have to go Rain mode now. I can do Aura Veil, Trick Room mode. I can do quite a bit with this team. All in all, is it my best team? Probably not. But end of the day, I'm here to have fun in Nova's League, and I'm glad that they invited me. But tell me what you think of the team down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy. And I will see you guys next week for week 1. Peace.